Hey everybody, how goes it today? Got a question for you. What does depression and anxiety look like? What do you think it looks like? It looks like a lot of things. It looks like the most successful people you've ever seen. It looks like the person down on their luck on the street corner that just can't quite get things together. It looks like the happy mother with the brand new newborn that just is struggling to keep it together with the new change of life. It looks like the uh, truck driving musician, me. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people. Definitely looks like me. I bring it up because there's a lot of people struggling these days, and this country is going through interesting transitional period, and a lot more people than normal are struggling with just life in general. It's, and this country is not great for care in that regard. And it's important to kind of, for everybody to start kind of looking around and recognizing these things and trying to take care of themselves and the people around them. It's really important. I've struggled with that kind of stuff for my entire life, all the way back to I had my first anxiety attacks, legitimate ones, back when I'm stumbling all over my mouth here. Legitimate. Had my first legitimate ones back when I was in first or second grade in elementary school, and struggled with it all my life. Been on meds for it later in life. Not on them now. Those things started doing me worse than they were doing good, in my opinion. But just an example, I've struggled with it. I've struggled with very depressive states through my life. A lot of people know that. A lot of people don't. I've had very well publicly documented bouts of manic behavior with just depression and being generally erratic, and just, I don't know, some people have seen it in person, and some of you have been there to help me get through it, which I'm very thankful for. Luckily, right now, I have a very, very, very fantastic lady at home, and she does her best to take very good care of me and keep me on an even keel. I'm kind of struggling this past couple of weeks with things, and it, online it looks like I'm smiling and having a big old time and just happy-go-lucky with everything, but on my own and outside of all that, I am just having a hard time keeping myself motivated with life in general right now. I'm having a hard time smiling or finding anything to be happy about, even when there's plenty of things around me to be happy about. I'm one of the lucky ones that has somebody there to help me through these things, and people that go through this stuff, it's not by choice. It is not by choice. It's not just a day or two of feeling sad. It's a legitimate thing. You can be in a room full of hundreds of the most fantastic people you've ever known in your life and still feel like you're down 10 feet deep in a dark hole by yourself with no one around. And it sucks. It sucks. You feel ashamed about it. You get ashamed for not being happy, so it makes it hard to open up to people. And it's a struggle. So if anybody ever comes to you and tries to open up about their problems, or just let you know that they're struggling, open up your ears and talk. You don't even necessarily always have to talk. Sometimes you just got to let them. Once people that are going through that kind of stuff open up, sometimes it means they just need to get it out. They're trying to feel better. They're trying to make sense of things, and they just want to know that somebody is listening and is there. Just simply listening to somebody sometimes can prevent much worse things. Look out for your neighbors. Look out for your friends. Look out for the signs. Just the signs can be many different things. So I'm not going to sit here and name off a million specific things, but most intelligent people with a brain can kind of look around and tell, hey, maybe that guy's not doing so great. Maybe that girl's not doing so great. It's depression, anxiety, all that stuff. That stuff is not racist. It doesn't care where you're from, what race you are, what your background is. It's not a bigot. It doesn't care if you're gay, lesbian, trans, anything in between. It can hit anybody. I mean, it's like a chemical ghost inside of your, inside of your system, in your brain, and it doesn't let you know when it's coming, and it doesn't give you an on-off switch just to turn it on and off. If you're predisposed to that kind of stuff, it's there. It's there. There's lots of steps and things you can do to help kind of curb it and control it, and and get yourself through it. But it's not fun stuff. It's not fun for anybody. People that are going through it, sometimes it may seem like we're just being distant, disconnected jerks, just sad sacks. And it's not. We don't want to be that way. It's not enjoyable. It's not fun. And if we could... Not snapping too good. See, I couldn't even snap myself out of it if I wanted to, but it's not... We can't just snap ourselves out of it. Nobody really can. And I'm guilty of not understanding that with other people sometimes myself, even though I deal with it on my own. I should know better. But long story short, you never know what people are dealing with, and you just look out for each other, look out for your friends, look out for your neighbors. Be aware. Just be ready to... Again, you don't always have to talk. Sometimes it's just a matter of listening. Sometimes it's just a hug. Sometimes it's, just something that simple that can just help somebody get through their day. It's just really hard to explain. Sometimes you just feel like breaking down and crying for no apparent reason. You don't really even know why. You're unmotivated for your working life. You're unmotivated for your personal life. Sometimes it's hard to keep yourself on track to do even the simplest tasks. Just taking a shower seems like just like the most taxing thing on earth sometimes, when you get in these... people get in these modes. And just have understanding, have compassion, look out for people. This country, our systems, they're not looking out for anybody. They don't care. It's a cold, dry world out there. And just... people are going to have to start taking care of people more often and better. It's... I don't know what else to say about that. Everybody knows, everybody knows the state of the healthcare industry in this country, and it's not an easy place to keep a healthy head, especially with the way society is and the way... I don't know. It's a different world out there these days than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, especially 30 and 40 years ago. I turned 43 years old yesterday, and I can't even begin to wrap my mind around how much the world has changed, especially financially for people. It's tough to live out there these days. It's people are having to work a lot more and a lot harder, and to have, a lot less in a lot of cases these days. And it's taxing on people. That's not the only issues, but I mean, the world around us right now is generally just kind of out of control, not just in this country, just worldwide. But this is the country I live in, United States, and it's... mental health is a issue here these days. Anyways, I just wanted to touch base with folks and just kind of give my perspective of it. let you know something about me that you might not know. I struggle daily, have for all my life. Like I said, anxiety attacks all the way back as far as 1st and 2nd grade. I've had to go to the emergency room before because I thought I was having a heart attack. Turned out to be, anxiety attacks. I've been curled up, in a bedroom, dark bedroom, just looking for any reason possible to just not be here. I'm still here though. I've worked through it. Luckily, I've been surrounded by people that have helped me get through life when I've been having a hard time getting through life. So be that person for someone else any chance you get. Anybody that's ever been there for me, I much appreciate it. It's made impacts that you wouldn't believe. But anyways, I'm not going to keep rambling on. This video's already almost 11 minutes long. I don't expect most people will make it all the way through it, but if you do, congratulations. You did it. You learned something about me. Hopefully, it gives you a little something to think about, those around you. Y'all have a good day. Look out for each other. Take care of each other.